Hey guys, I know it's been a really long time since I uploaded a video. Things have been absolutely crazy in my real life. I feel I feel like it's almost time for me to come back. I've been working 6 days a week for the last 3 months. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go back to like a regular real 5-day schedule and have some time to invest in my channel again and in my hobbies and things like that. And this all started yesterday, taking a day off to go to the Barrie Game Exchange, which is a small video game convention that happens twice a year in a city about an hour and a half drive away from where I live. I have made previous videos on the channel about going to this event in other years, and this year I had a pretty big wish list of games that I really wanted to pick up. Games and systems, things that I really wanted. So, top of the list right now that I am looking for is a TurboGrafx 16 console and a couple of games that I had as a child. I have, off camera here, I have a TurboGrafx 16 in box, but it's broken. So I want to get a new console and so that I can relive some of those memories. So that was top on my list. I also wanted to pick up a PlayStation Vita. That was pretty high up on my list because I want to start doing some of the integration stuff with the PS3 and the PS4 with remote play and that sort of thing. I want to play around with all of that stuff before the stores get shut down, maybe buy some digital games and that sort of thing. So that was top of the list. And then there were two games which were really big, grails, if you will, games that are approaching like $200 or more a piece that I really wanted to find, and I had a target price in mind that if I could get these games for these prices or less, I would definitely bite the bullet and spend the money. Well, before I get into those two games, I just want to show you a couple of the smaller things that I did pick up at this convention and tell you. So we went yesterday, I had to leave my house at about 9:30 in the morning, which is ridiculously early for me because I work nights, right? So I don't normally get out of bed till 2 in the afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon. So I had to get up 5 hours early to go to this convention. I had to pick up two of my friends, Eric and Liam, who are also, big gaming buddies and involved in my local group here. So we had a great time. We rode down to the convention, and eventually when we got in there, I picked up Stuntman Ignition on the PS3, which isn't the greatest game in the world, but I absolutely love car games, particularly from this generation. There will be a video coming up about racing games and that sort of thing. This isn't really a racing game so much as a car game, but I will definitely be mentioning this video after I've had a chance to play it for a little while. And then another game that I have absolutely no connection to whatsoever, but I picked it up in a 2 for $15 bundle with the Stuntman game, and that is Adventure Time. Explore the dungeon because I don't know. I have never seen this show. I have seen people younger than myself, big fans of this TV show, and I have no connection to it whatsoever. But as I am going for a pretty large PlayStation 3 collection, and I was able to pick it up for essentially $7.50, I thought I would check it out. I looked it up on Metacritic, and it's got a 40. Apparently this is a terrible game, but maybe it's one of those games that's so bad it's good? Maybe. Right? I didn't just waste $7.50, did I? All right, another cheap game I picked up that came highly recommended to me by my buddy Sean because I have recently been getting into PlayStation 3 Move controllers and games. I have a couple of the controllers now, and I've been testing different games out. And Sean said that this was one of the best games in the Move library, PlayStation Move Heroes, which takes advantage of a lot of the different PlayStation characters from this era, similar to PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which was another sort of team-up mashup game. And, I haven't played this yet, but I'm definitely looking for that one Move game that's going to convince me that the entire setup with the Move controllers was actually worthwhile buying, because so far Sports Champions and the fight game and things like that really haven't sold me on the Move controllers, but maybe this one will. I don't know. I've been picking up the odd PlayStation 1 game here and there because PlayStation 1 does play on PS3 without any problems whatsoever. You don't have to load or install anything. You just pop the game in and it works. So I have been picking up a few PS1 games here and there, mostly cheaper stuff. I don't see myself going out there and spending hundreds of dollars on things like Final Fantasy VII or something that I can very easily download on newer consoles. But I picked this up. Shooter Space Shot. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups now. Of course I do. Shooter Space Shot. I played a little bit of this last night. It was $10, and it's a shooter, right? A shoot 'em up. Can't really go wrong for $10 with any shoot 'em up. But this is interesting. The shoot 'em up itself is not bad. It's got some interesting mechanics to it, but it's got these fantastically awful cutscenes with this really bad voice acting. Well, actually, the voice acting is not bad, but it's all in Japanese. But the translation is terrible. So it's quite hilarious to watch, and like the cutscenes, the animation is so awkward because it's that like early 3D era where they're trying to run it through a game engine instead of just making a video file. So it's so wonderfully awkward. I absolutely love what I played of this last night, and the shoot 'em up, the game itself is actually really, really good. So good score for $15, I think. And then getting into a little more desirable game here is Metal Slug Anthology for the Wii. Now, I used to own this, I think, on the PS2, if memory serves me, and when I sold my entire collection, that was, of course, one of the things to go. But I absolutely love the Metal Slug games, and there's quite a few of them represented on here. As you can see, there's Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug X, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So quite a few games on this collection. A fantastic collection to have if you love those old run-and-gun style games. And this game used to sell back in like 2020. This game used to sell for like $50. I picked this up for $30. And I think she gave me $5 off, actually, so it was $25. I'm pretty excited to have this back in my collection, and you're going to see in the very near future, you're going to see a Wii pickups video, because I have just started collecting for the Wii at the beginning of this year, and I've already got like 35, 40 games, I think, for the system just in the last like 4 or 5 months. So I'm definitely going to do a pickups video on that. My notifications are going off like crazy here. I should have put everything on airplane mode, but that's what happens when you're just not a professional at this sort of thing, right? It's been 2.5 months since I made a video. I forgot how to do this already. All right. Here's the big grail items, the stuff that I really am so excited to add to my collection. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I am a big PS3 collector. I have like 350 games in my collection and growing. And I absolutely love the PS3, and one of, if not the most expensive game in the library that is not a special edition or some kind of weird import or something. Like, the most expensive, most rare regular edition of a game is Africa. And I picked this up. This was one of the games on my hit list. I said that if I could find this for $180 Canadian, that I would absolutely pick it up. And I did find it. The guy had it on sale for, as you can see, $210 he wanted for this game. And I talked him down to $180, and I walked away a happy guy. I don't often spend this kind of money on retro games, but for something so unique as this is a photography game similar to Pokemon Snap, where you go out on a safari. It's a safari simulator. The graphics are fantastic for the PS3, and you just go out and take pictures of wonderful animals. If you get too close to the animals, they can kill you. There's RPG mechanics. You make money by taking photographs for like National Geographic magazine, and you email the photographs back to head office and you get paid. And really fantastic game. I just absolutely can't wait to dive into this a lot more and experience everything that it has to offer. But $180 is a lot of money for a PS3 game. I know grails out there on other systems like Panzer Dragoon Saga or something be like $2,000, $3,000 or whatever. I know this is not the same caliber, but for a PS3 collector, other than The Last Guy, maybe, this is gotta be the most desirable Holy Grail in the library. And I am so happy to have this now. And I guess I can brag? I guess I'm bragging right now. I should probably stop bragging. I sound like a douchebag. Talk about grails. On the Wii, this was the other game that I was looking forward to trying to find, and the same vendor, the same guy, had Rhythm Heaven Fever for the Nintendo Wii. Same guy. The games were like right beside each other at the table, and he wanted 200. I think he wanted 200 for it, and I talked him down to 175. Altogether, I saved like $55 by buying these two games together from the same guy. Now, I was willing to pay $160 for this. I ended up paying $175, but I still feel like I got a pretty good deal. This is one of the rarest games that's like a big budget, recognizable first party exclusive. As far like, it's not super rare, but it's a combination of rare and really desirable. So the price on this is out of this world. It did not get a big print run. It was more popular in other territories like Japan and Europe. And when you go onto eBay, you can see the prices of this vary anywhere from $200 to $350. God forbid if it's sealed, can be even crazier. But I absolutely loved playing Rhythm Heaven on the DS, and I wanted to try something on a console. Now, my first impressions of this, playing this last night on the Wii, is that I don't know if there's some kind of a lag or a delay or something, but I have to play this considerably longer and see if I can get good, because just going through the tutorial was brutal, because every button press that I did was early or late, trying to trying to get those rhythms perfectly dead on to my ear. Now, I'm pretty good at rhythm games. When I go play Theater Rhythm on the 3DS or the Switch, I get like triple S ranks on every song. So I know I'm good at rhythm games. So there's something going on. I don't know if it's with the wireless controller for the Wii, or something. There's something going on that's putting some kind of a delay or a lag into the loop. Kind of disappointed because this is one of the most expensive games on the Wii system and something that I was dying to play, and I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong or if it's just a matter of get good. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to play this a whole lot more and try and figure out that lag issue and see if it's just a skill issue on my part or what. But anyways, guys, those were my pickups from the Barrie Game Exchange. 8 games there in total. I spent about $400 and almost $500 in total, which is probably more than I should have spent, given the economy these days. But the thing is, I decided pretty recently that I am not buying a Switch 2, at least not right now. I'm not going to invest $450 US, which is $625 Canadian, in a new console that doesn't have any games that I really care about, and the ones that do are all $70 to $80 US, which is like $100 to $110 Canadian at least. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to spend my money on these consoles that I'm already invested in. The original Switch, the PS3, the PS4, the Wii, the 3DS, the DS. These are consoles that I know I love, and, systems that I absolutely love. I don't even consider it going back to them because they're all hooked up and ready to go here in my room. I've got my Wii right here on my CRT. I've got my PS3, my PS4, my Switch all hooked up to the the big screen out in the living room. And so, like, these are my current systems, and I would rather spend money on these systems that I already know that I love. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining me after a 2.5-month hiatus. And yeah, I'm not going to put any gameplay footage or anything like that. This is just a quick video to kind of get the ball rolling here. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing and not leaving. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.